Are you kidding me? I am very frustrated. Derek Kalila is on probation for 5 years. Had to go to rehab because he was doing the mathematics, right? That's all. That's all. That's what we've been waiting for. I'm frustrated. Did he get away with it? Pretty much. And if it was that he was really connected, they don't seem to want to dig into that either. Welcome to 11 True Crime. Share your frustrations and voice your opinions. I've been looking at this case, scratching my head because, you think about all the fake things that we've been asking. Well, fake things we've been asking. We've been asking about things if they're fake. Is the video of the porch person, male or female, staged? Is the abduction of Nancy staged? Is there something we're not seeing? Because nothing is absolutely making a lick of sense at all in this case. They don't even look for Nancy. They don't even hire private eyes, the family, to find their own missing mother. I can't do that. I can't get past that. It's not like they have we have such a shortage of money. They allege that they pledged 500,000 to the National Center for Missing Exploited Children. I would love to see that receipt. I'm not buying some of this anymore. It's got me frustrated. What are your feelings? So, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's going to be coming in hot today. I'm just saying, this with Derek Kalila has me sideways. I'm like, oh my gosh. You feel me? Like, what a joke. Complete. If it was real, if this case was real, we should be seeing completely different behaviors than we are, in my opinion. Hey, Mysterious Grave. Hello, Sun City. The old gray goat. Good to see you. Jai G. George in the house. I know, frustrating. Nikki K. Hello, beautiful. Good to see you. You guys, I need prayers again for Jennifer Swain. She's back in the hospital. We need to send her our love. I've been thinking about her every day. I didn't hear from her for a few days, so I wrote her. I'm like, what's going on? And she's back in the hospital. So please put your prayers together, speak them out loud to Jesus, and ask baby Jesus to heal our Jennifer Swain. I miss her. I know you do too. Just asking. And Danny is back with us. She's feeling better, so I'm sure she'll stop in. Hey, Grace Kelly, how you doing? You think that DC sang like a bird. Something is definitely going on behind the scenes. We'll see what happens next, in your opinion. I hope you're right, but all he got was probation, and basically, what kind of message did it send to all the other people that are like, oh, maybe I should put a hoax together and just try to extort money out of a vulnerable family? Oh, I don't even have to face jail time, really. If I even get caught, I'll have to go to probation for a few years. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, it really sends, to me, it sends the wrong message. But what do I know, right? Rodinia Bullington, thank you for the prayers for everybody. Hey, Phyllis Touchstone, good to see you. He goes back for sentencing on September 10th. Right, Danny? Right, rare. I'm just. Okay. I wear this shirt very rarely because it's a negative shirt. Okay? It is. It's like a negative Nancy, no pun intended, shirt. And so, because it's a negative energy, I don't really want to promote that. And I wear it on days where I'm just about to give up. And that's how I feel in the Nancy Guthrie case, because I'm going to show you my shirt. Nope, not today. Am I on the screen? I'm not tall enough to be on the screen, so I'll have to lift the shirt. No, I'm not lifting my shirt that way. There you go. Not today. Nope. No justice today for Nancy. No justice today. Nope. It's just killing me, y'all. Cindy AC, hello to you. Limbin, hello. Thank you for the prayers for Jennifer. Danny, exactly. It's a joke. I even put a little clown face in my title because I was like, it's a damn circus. Hey, Ish, how you doing? DC is one of many fall guys. That's what I'm wondering. You got a good point there. So I want to say hello and welcome all those in live chat. And I also want to welcome my gorgeous, very smart replay crew who got on to me and said they're going to die of nutrition problems. Like, I don't know, what is that called? Not Skittles. I don't know. Because I'm putting just treats that don't have any calorie value. So I want to let you know I filled the replay crew lounge with fresh vegetables and fruits and all kinds of wonderful dips. Okay? So there's nutrition in them. Susie Q, hello, lovely, but mama. He got a light sentence because hopefully he gave up some names. We just don't know about it yet, in my opinion. I am praying you're right, and I needed you. I needed you guys to get me back in the mindset that maybe he's saying like a canary. Because I was all like, I'm giving up. I give up. I don't know, man. I mean, I worked my butt off to make sure that if anybody in that court system was at all watching these YouTube videos I'm making, which I didn't think they would, but I would show them that there is a real connection from Kalila to Tommaso with one little go-between, a nexus in the middle. That nexus is DJ Mojito. I don't know if I could pound that nail any harder. It's already in the board. I've made an indentation where the nail is all the way in. So I'm frustrated. Can you feel me? I said I'm coming in hot. Don Logan, prayers for our oldest daughter, who just found out that at age 40 has stage 2 breast cancer. I pray for your daughter to have a full recovery. Thank you for sharing that. We definitely want to help our family here. He said he didn't know them. I know, Dee Dee. The rumor is that he said he had no idea who they were. He just went with the internet and he was like, oh, look here. Hey, mistress distress. Come in here. Hey, honey, my girlfriend, my mistress distress. And she's all like, yeah, secret mutilator. He's like, distress mistress. Look, there's a couple here. We're just going to call. I'm going to text them. I'm going to be like, did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end. And she's like, distress mistress. It's like, that will be funny. Do it. Just do it. Is that what they thought in the courts? I mean, it wasn't like he was like, here's our Bitcoin address, deposit the money here. So there was no place to put the money. Unless there was a prearranged place to put the money. I'm like, please, I'm not that stupid. I'm just not going to buy it. Derek Kalila, in my humble opinion, and many, many others that have done the research, had access to Tommaso, knew Tommaso for years through Secret Mutilator, through DJ Mojito. I can't keep the Secret Mutilators, the Distress Mistress, the DJ Mojito, Satanist straight. Sorry, I'm just, not able to. Old Grey Goat, I guess justice can be had, but not in Pima County, in your opinion. Okay, I'll second you. That's my opinion, too. Wendy B in the house. Good to see you, lovely. Hey, coffee lady, welcome back. Danny, he scammed another case out of nowhere. And the guy that he scammed, okay, I won't say he scammed. The case I brought up before, where Derek Kalila, and this was from Monk's Intrigue, who broke this whole part. According to Monk's Intrigue, Derek Kalila had a previous little deal where he messaged a guy that had been scammed out of $15,000 and basically said, why have you not privatized this account? You're going to expose Enid and the rest. The guy privated that, and then he went missing. So he privates his social media and then ghost. Everybody looking for the man. He's on wanted posters, missing posters. Have you seen this man? We can't find him. But no, Derek got rehab, so he had to check himself in. Cindy LeMay, hello, lovely. Why does it seem like Annie and Tommaso's involvement continues to be minimized or erased? It's almost as if it's being scrubbed away, because scrubbing bubbles so we don't have to. I don't know. You say they were the last ones to see Nancy and had the most to gain. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that is really, it's wild. Hey, Ish, DC, Derek Kabila, maybe he's the Kabbalah. Well, he likes the devil. DC must have gotten Bitcoin and number details to spend from someone, maybe Savannah, in your opinion. Hey, Beverly Ward, good to see you. The fact that they never looked for Mama. Okay? The fact, let's say that again with Beverly. The fact that they never looked for Mama. Day one told me Annie and Tommaso for sure. You don't look for something if you know where it's at. Thank you, Beverly, for your opinion. Smudger! We already put the posters out, Smudger. I'm just kidding. I know, Danny, I can't even with this case. Like, I got up today and I was like, how am I going to contain my anger? And so that I don't lose my shit on my channel and be like, son of a biscuit eaters. All right. And so I was like, I don't know, maybe I should be trying maybe I should look into yoga. So I figure I've got to kind of laugh about it so I don't get mad and get really like, that was my like, put 'em up fight. Jan Thug, hello, love. In your opinion, no justice for Nancy. All right, no, not today. I gotta be careful, man. I could whip that up too far. I'm wondering if it's a hoax. Okay, thank you. We got the porch guy, girl, guy, Pat, right, from Saturday Night Live. Pat, doing the whole porch walk, right? Coming up on the catwalk like, is anybody here? Because it's a Pat. We don't know, male, female, right? Pat. I'll just pretend I'm not looking at the camera. Oh, I'm looking at the camera. In a minute, they're going to see my eyes. I'll just go get some flowers and do a magic trick. The whole thing, the crotch holster in the little place there with the pretend poo-poo. It's like pew pew, right? It ain't even not like a real pew pew, but like it looks like it's a pew pew. You know what I'm saying? He's got like what, 20,000 layers on? So obviously he looks average, almost thin, with all these layers on. So this is a smaller person with tiny itty baby feet. Or it's a girl. Okay? But there would be no need to get on that camera. There would be no need to send the second ransom note that's not a ransom. It's just giving you the closure that you need. So apparently the new deal for kidnappers that break into the home and steal little old ladies out of their bed do not realize that that can kill them. And so they get a heart like the Grinch. Heart grew 10 times too big and shows up for Christmas dinner to deliver a second ransom note that basically gives the family the closure that they desperately need. What kidnapper does that shit? None of them. What kidnapper doesn't want this hush hush? None of them. This kidnapper went to the media. It's not working. It's not working. The house is immaculate. Not even one thing pulled out of a drawer looking for nothing. Because if they're looking for something, they're certainly not going to be like, oh, I messed this dresser up. Help me put all the perfume back on the top of this dresser that I knocked over when I was rifling through her underwear drawer for her savings. No. There was nothing disturbed in the home. In fact, it was immaculate. So it's not a burglary. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Even if that's your opinion, go ahead, put it in chat. I'm just going to leave it out there because there's nothing taken according to law enforcement. Nothing but Nancy. Not even her shoes, not her cane, nothing. Everything in Nancy's. The only thing they did is took that woman out of her bed. So they would have to be taking Nancy for a ransom. But then you get to the ransom note and it goes to media and it has a payment plan and they make sure and let you know in a very poetic, gentle way that your mother has passed and is buried with nature. No, this is a line of crap. I would believe that I'll say it this way, that Brian Hooker, see how I did that? Brian Hooker is more likely telling the truth about Lynette, which is no chance at all, than this case getting solved with the way they're doing it. Because they don't care about connections. No, that's just what the internet people found. As if when an internet person, like a, undercover agent, true crime undercover agent, finds a fact on the internet of a true connection, it no longer is valid because a YouTuber said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't that fact stand on its own? I don't know. I'm all like sideways today. I told y'all. Rough and Ripper. I love your name. I think there was a way more being hidden than we know. We've got I'm getting whiplash. 1 minute, we're being told by Reuters and we talked to the FBI, our source, and a law enforcement agency that's in the case, that all ransom notes are fake. Then you have the FBI come out. FBI's like, we didn't say all the ransom notes were fake. We said that many of them are, but there might be a few that could be real. However, we're not handling this case, we're assisting. So if you have questions about this being an abduction or anything like that, contact Pima County. They're in charge. All right. Pima County comes out and they're like, it's possible some of the ransom letters are real. However, all the family's clear, and just so you know, if you have anything to do with asking questions about this being an abduction or anything about a kidnapping, we're forwarding you to go talk to the FBI. So what we have in this case is we have a divorced system. We have a disconnection because we're being sent to talk to parent A. Parent A, can we go outside and play? Go talk to parent B. Parent B, can we go outside and play? Parent B says, go talk to parent A. It's a divorced system. And when you have a divorced system, you have to ask, what caused the divorce? When you look into the details of this, you'll find out that there is a lot of bullshit, of political shit that's just all over the background of this. Where, I'm just going to say that there's lawyers and there's prosecutors that have fought the FBI, and you've got the sheriff himself that has fought the FBI. And so there's no love lost between them, and they're not helping each other. In fact, they're using each other to leverage stupidity. That's what they're doing. It's killing me, y'all. Nikki, hello, lovely. Everyone is the same, so confused if it was even real, in my opinion, of course. Is it real? Is any of it real? Let's be real. Let's ask this. If this was, throw spaghetti at the wall. Let me grab a drink. If this was really an 84-year-old woman that was taken by a madman in the middle of the night out of their bed, there would be people searching. It would have been treated with respect. Evidence would have been gathered immediately, including the Nest Cam, the doormat, all that good stuff. The house, most likely, would have shown signs of the abduction taking place inside. In other words, the victim would have done something that shows that they didn't go willingly. I mean, you're being taken against your will at 3 a.m. You're not going to do something in your house to let everybody know that you didn't just leave. You're not going to like hang on to the bed sheet for dear life and just strip the entire bed, almost take the mattress with you when someone starts taking out of the bed. You're not going to be like dragging your feet across the floor and moving the little, welcome mat out of the way. You're not going to be like throwing off jewelry throughout the house. Like, okay, my wedding ring. So that all of a sudden they find your wedding. You're not going to leave any clues. You're just going to be like, okay, I'm just going to leave this house real quiet and easy. I'm not touching nothing. Let me get my slipper. Oh, I can't wear my slippers. I can't have my cane. I can't walk very good without my cane. We have so much construed missing time. Like when you listen to Nanos in the beginning, Bananas was like, yeah, they saw her into the house. They did this at early in the night around 9:30, and then we get all kinds of facts, and it's like, what? They didn't even go in the house? No, they watched the door close on the garage. And in 2 minutes, no. This is just, Now, Lisbon, I'm late again. OMG, why are my notifications not working? I'll tell you guys, you can give up on YouTube notifications. They just don't work. They just don't. Unless you hit all notifications, it's not going to work. Most people personalize it. You're not going to get a notification if you personalize. That don't work. However, as creators, we all have things we do to notify you guys when we go live because we know notifications aren't working. So go to YouTube /1111 True Crime posts. I know you got YouTube or you're not here. And so that little community post has every single time, hours before I go live, I post the thumbnail and tell you what it's going to be about. And I post it out there and it literally pops up on your feed. Another way is I have Facebook, I have Twitter, and I post it all over there too. So if you're not getting notifications, then don't rely on them. Or you probably aren't getting to know when your people are live. It's frustrating, right? Hey, Marty Gibson. 5. Oh, let's do the goat. We haven't done the goat in forever. Thank you. Thank you, Marty Gibson. We've got 5 new private eyes, which is great because we have a members live today. We've got Fanny Pack, Susie Q, we got Julie Leitner, and we have Lisbon, and we have Choo Choo Dragon. Welcome all of you to our private eyes, our True Crime Undercover private eyes. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, we have a live coming up that you can tune into today. And as a member, you can put your questions right out there. Nikki K says, sometimes you have to reset your notification. I do it every so often, right? And it can't be personalized. It has to be all in order for it to work, I guess. I'm always checking for you. That's why I found you live, but that sucks. 100%, sweetie. I totally agree. Also watch MD a lot, so the tubes has to let you know. Yes, follow my Facebook too. It is at 1111 True Crime. You got a gift, Lisbon. Yes, and Susie Q. See-ish, Nancy walked out of her home, and that's where I start going, is this a damn hoax? Think about this. We had the Clintons that were both doing their depositions at the exact time that Nancy Guthrie went missing. Now that you wouldn't think would be connected, unless you remember that Savannah is allegedly married to a scrubber that worked for the Clintons. So it magically fits. Savannah's job was on the chopping block, allegedly, but that's what the media was all saying. For NBC, she was losing her $10 million a year job. Her job's on the chopping block because she isn't getting enough attention. The Clintons are up for deposition, and they're going to get too much attention. So, what was the fix? Well, it just was a coinky dink that Nancy Guthrie, not Nancy Guthrie, Savannah Guthrie's mom, Savannah Guthrie's mom, Savannah Guthrie's mom, right? Get her name out there because she's not getting attention. Reason her job was on the chopping block is because she went for throat surgery, took medical leave, and whoa and lo behold, the new co-star is getting 12% increase in the ratings, spiking out the roof. Now, NBC took Savannah back because how could you fire someone who's Miss America mom, has went missing? You can't fire her. Her mom went missing. Everybody will turn their back on NBC. All right, we got to keep her. Okay, well, now Savannah's taking time off. She's going to be leaving the NBC Today show for an unextended medical visit or a medical leave because she came back too soon, right? All alleged. Is it because now they're trying to get this to all NBC's like, let this die down about Nancy Guthrie so we can get Savannah out of here? Because come lo and behold, Savannah's co-workers gave interview at the time that Savannah's job, might I tell you, that was January 21st-ish, a few days before or after, 27th, few days before and after. So 4 days before Nancy goes missing, Savannah's losing her job. We all knew that the depositions of the Clintons are coming. Her husband, who ain't no cupcake, in my opinion, who is a crisis manager, in other words, controls the internet to make sure that what's getting put out there draws attention away from where they don't want it. That she's married to him. So even if you believe that Savannah's a cupcake, you got a cupcake with like a Vegemite sandwich there. Okay? And I don't know, Vegemite might be wonderful. Some people love it that are in Australia. Other people love Vegemite. I personally, no. It's so salty. We were being robbed or what, Kelly? Staged for media coverage? Could be. Botched investigation? Is it on purpose? Is this what they do? Is they're like, well, we need Savannah wants attention and we want attention away from the whole depositions that the Clintons are doing. Did the scrubber go, oh, well, every time you have a problem, Savannah, on the show, you just bring in mom anyway. So mom seems to recover your rating a little bit. Everybody sees you as, the daughter of the all-American mom. So it puts you in such good light. Nancy's getting older. Let's just bring her home to New York and put her in a residential, luxurious private care here where she gets everything waited on and tended to, and she's totally fine. Or is it possible that somebody else decided to do it for Savannah? I just can't buy that she didn't know about it. It would surprise me. It would totally surprise me. Cindy Lee May just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. We're going to do the goat again. We now have a total of 10 new private eyes. Thank you both. Thank you so much, Cindy Lee May. Appreciate you. Who do we have? Cat Lady, welcome. Beverly in the house. Ruth. Boy, Grandma, hello, lovely. And Patricia, welcome to our private eyes. You're now a true crime undercover private eye agent. Hey, Carol, I believe that all of the family are involved in this. I'm just asking you, did the scrubber go, hey, A and T, come here, tomato and apple and tomato, come here. You've been taking care of your mom forever, and my wife's mom. But here's the thing. We're about to pull a heist, like a hoax, and Nancy's going to get perfect care. We're going to get her into a place over by us, so she's not your responsibility. You can go live your life, and in the meantime, we're going to make it worth your very while. You'll be able to go live in a hotel. You probably have to leave that home you just bought because it's probably going to blow up in your face. You might even be suspects, but we'll make sure it all blows over. We're going to need you to play a part. Everybody has to have skin in the game to get the payout. Mom's going to be fine, though. So one of y'all is going to have to play an intruder because soon as there's heat in the kitchen, we have to be able to say, look at this. This is an outsider. An outsider did it. So we're going to have to stage some shit. I don't know. You figure it out. Maybe Annie and Tommaso were like, I don't know if I want to play any part like that. That could put the heat on us. Or maybe Tommaso, Tomato Head, was like, hey, I got this. I got this. Or did they call up one of their little Satanist friends and be like, hey, secret mutilator and distress mistress, can you come over here? We'll talk to you about a little something and you can play the part and then we'll send you some Bitcoin. I don't know. But something smells rotten in the kitchen. Ish says, why can they not have pic of just Nancy? I am fed up seeing Savannah's face that smile. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's why I put her face up there. Because it's not Nancy. It's not about Nancy. It's about Savannah. Just look at all the coverage. It's still Savannah's mom. Savannah's mom, and it's like blowing my mind. Beverly Ward, thank you, lovely. I'm going to give you the goat, $10 Snoop Chat. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it because I'm about ready. I'm like, this case is getting to me. I appreciate you so much. Lisbon says, go to the left of where you comment in live, click the bill icon, and it's the bottom gift membership. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate y'all. I do. Let me see where we are. I swear I can't find it on my menu, but when I do, I will get 5 more memberships. Well, thank you. If you on your phone, you just scroll down to the little $sign and click it, and it'll get you there. Cindy LeMay, no problem. Mama, it's worth it. Thank you. Family Now, bone picking Nancy. Okay. Family Now, bone picking Nancy Guthrie property funds, acting out of kidnapping like G's book, Friends of Nancy Guthrie, Afraid to Talk. Okay. Everything in one nutshell made so much sense, Dawn. It does. Because think about what Dawn is saying here in this post. Not only did the family not go looking for Mama, okay? They also don't want her talked about. Talking to the church friends, shh, don't talk. Talking to the neighbors, don't talk. Talking to regular friends of Nancy, shh, don't talk. Don't talk about our Mama. She's missing, don't talk about her. That's back-ass words. That's ass backwards. Ass backwards? Yeah. You feel me. This is just too much. Ruth says, in my opinion, this case is so awful. I think Nancy's family is hiding everything in your opinion. I'm on it. You're on an iPad. I still think there's a little symbol of $1 and you can click it and then you can give memberships. Let me see if I can do it here. Yep. If you see the little $sign underneath chat, it's at the bottom of chat. That's where you should be able to do it if you want to. You don't feel obligated at all. How do I close this? Savannah was losing her status. She had to do something, in my opinion. I'm not in disagreement with that either. I'm not in disagreement that there is something seeming weird about how winky-dink that Savannah's job is on the chopping block. They're done. She's being pulled off everything, including the Olympics. And then her mommy goes missing 4 days later, and she gets her job back, and it's all about her. And if she was losing her job because of attention, well, she won again because Kawinky Dinky, that's exactly how much it helped, was that this kidnapper contacted the media that was like, Savannah Guthrie's mom, there's a ransom note. Savannah Guthrie's mom, there's a ransom note. It was all about getting it, and it blew it up. Aw, Lisbeth, thank you, sweetheart. You gifted a membership. You're getting a goat. Thank you. I want to see who got it. Linda Land, welcome, welcome, lovely to Private Eyes. This is weird. YouTube is conspiring against you. It'll be okay, lovely. But I appreciate that thought. Lisbon says, Kay, I might be able to afford one more. Aw, thank you, lovely. Cindy AC says, and now she will be declared legally dead. And does that speed up the process of dispersing Nancy's money in-house? It does, because they've got that little Pat, the porch perp, Pat, the male, female, we don't know, the porch perp, that little thing, that little video. Thank God, Savannah. Remember, she said, thank God that Google scratched and got that, because that shows what come to my mama's door. So that makes an aggression. Then there's the blood on the floor, as if it looks staged. It's satellite drops. It looks like somebody had a cup and they were like pouring little blood drops. But because of that blood and that porch burp, that's going to make it an aggressive act, which means it's going to speed up from would have been a 5-year wait just down to 2 or less. It's crazy. Ish Savannah and her husband knows people in high places that would do this, in your opinion? Truth Sleuth, hello, lovely. I have loads of files where A and T were trying to take the house away from Nancy. That's interesting. It's always been about the money. Just tuned in. Hello, Karen. Welcome back. So happy I've got you live. It's 6:39 here in Queensland, Australia. Stay cool, love. Love listening to all your theories. Well, thank you, sweetheart. That's all they are, Living off, you think A&T are living off Nancy's money. Nancy didn't have much money. Nancy didn't have money. Nancy had a house. Nancy had refinanced that house several times. The one that has money is Savannah. Trish says, hi, everyone. It's coming to a point where the family are making it obvious that they are the ones that did this by being on the run and SG melting down. Looks to me like the stress is getting to them of guilt, guilty knowledge at the least, in my humble opinion. Ish says, I don't think A&T have anything to do with that, is why they are not saying anything. That doesn't make sense to me, Ish. I love you, but I have to disagree. If you are not guilty, you would say something, in my opinion. How much would it help for them to come out and be like, we literally had nothing to do with our mother's disappearance. We are devastated. We are trying to figure out what has happened. That would help a lot, in my opinion. But to stay silent, it's like pleading the fifth. In other words, I'm not going to talk because it might incriminate me. That's what it feels like to me, in my opinion. Did the blood drops, allegedly? I'm not sure, Livin. It's all of them, but don't forget Kelly and Nanos. Isn't it ironic that it's just... Senator Kelly is a hardcore Democrat. We've got the scrubber married to Savannah. Kelly shows up and talks to Nanos on the behalf of Savannah. Or was it the scrubber? Were there directions, instructions, payouts being given to Bananos? Like, let me explain this to you, right? Did he go, right here is the keys to the Corvette. That's yours. But here's the script from the family that you're going to follow. Are them little keys to your Corvette? Come back to me. I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking. Truth Loop this is why it's not solved yet. They just think about the cover-up. Interview Room came out with a quickie about how crazy this DC decision is. It's off the charts to me. What in the hell? Yeah, will they push to have enough evidence to declare her legally dead? I believe so. I believe so. I am not 100% sure, but in a murder or a missing person, don't you have to wait 5 years before anything is released? Unless you can prove that this was an aggressive attack. Then it goes to 2. So, hence the fake guy that didn't want to be seen on camera, didn't need to be on camera because back doors were open. He could have taken Nancy from the back, never been on camera on the front at all, but he chose to be on camera for a reason. And is that reason and the staging of that whole thing to make it look like we got a bad guy that's got aggressive behavior? Well, how will we know that? We'll put a fake pew-pew in his pocket. Now we can speed shit up because we'll have that footage, right? Is it true that Derek Zach, you mean Derek Kalila, took a plea deal? Yes, it is true, Bluegrass Gal. It is true. Request help? Yeah, turn away searchers. Get out of town. Get out of town. What? Yep, it is true. It is true. I gotta move. Okay. Oh, Lisbon, don't worry about it, sweetie. I appreciate all the gifts you give me, but never feel obligated. And only gift if you can afford it, please. Christine says, does anyone tell the truth about anything anymore? I do. Everybody in here, raise your hand if you tell the truth. Give me a 1 if you try to tell the truth every day. Give me a 1. Now, you don't have to, but I feel like it's easy answer. I try to tell the truth every day. And if I lie, it's literally to protect someone's life. Like if it was somebody that was going to jump off the bridge, I would be like, it's all going to be okay. Even if it wasn't going to be okay, I'd be like, it's all okay. Yep, you thought you lost your house and your wife was leaving you. Nope, she ain't leaving you. You still got your house. Come off the ledge. Then I'd be like, I lied. I'm sorry, but I got you off the ledge. Now let's save you. Okay, look at all the ones. It's not even a hard choice for y'all. So is it that the elites, the famous people, and the political people have an agenda? And so they create a smokescreen of illusion to draw our attention as mass people to look over here and not pay attention back here. You see what I'm saying? Lisbon, I can, Mama. Got Canadian tax return. Awesome. I just put it in the other account. Protect it. Yes. Very good. Protect your money. Please do. Smudger says it was either Dad's Gone Live or Sleuth Intuition was able to get in the courtroom yesterday. I understand that he was sitting with DC's mom. Ooh, that's interesting. That's right. You do the best you can. Thank you, old gray goat. I appreciate that. That's an honest answer. Is Savannah the owner of her mother's home? I have never heard that. I've always heard it was in Nancy's name, but I've never seen it myself. It is like a movie, and there'll be movies. There'll be books. This is going to make a fortune. This is going to make a fortune. And they're all book writers in the family. Annie has her book, The Good Dark. Savannah has her book, The Things That God Does. And even Nancy Guthrie had books. They're book writers. They've got their book deals. Their books are probably already written. Like they said, Nanos himself talked about following the family's script. When have you ever, did I say it enough? Heard of a police officer, let alone the sheriff, talk about following a family's script? So why do I ask that? Mama D, why do you have the audacity to ask if this is just all a charade? Just some skit that they put on. Because the sheriff even is working off a script. We got bad actors that are like Pat from Saturday Night Live. Are they really getting my face? Because I got to look really important. Make sure they can see my crotch holster and my gun. Yeah, that way they know I'm aggressive and they can speed up the payout for the beneficiary. Okay? It's a Saturday Night Light bullshit. If Nancy was really missing, why would they not be looking for it? They would, in my opinion. They would hire multiple private eyes. Probably $1 million worth of private eyes. Hell, they probably would have paid the ransom right off the bat. Right? You got the money, just do it, because that's how the FBI are going to catch them. But no. None of that happened. In fact, they want the YouTubers gone. They want us to quit talking about Nancy. They want us to move on to another case like yesterday. And in fact, Derek Kalila, he's going to get a plea deal and have to go sit in the little rehab for a little bit where people make his breakfast for him and make his bed for him. And he can just sit there and think about not calling people and pretending that he's a hoaxer. It's bull. It's bull. Julie Leitner, hello, lovely. DC Mom said afterwards to the YouTubers, everyone will get the help they need. Who's everyone? That's a weird thing to say, isn't it? Bluegrass, it sure seems so, allegedly. Nancy's home is in a trust. I believe that. Cindy, public record indicates Nancy owned her home for 50 years, not changed since 1985, initially bought for $85,000 with her late husband, Charles. Thank you for sharing that. I know, Spunky Girl, I'm very frustrated myself. I mean, I literally was really pissy yesterday. When I found out everything, it was too late for me to even go live by the time I found out what really came out of Derek Kalila's meeting. I was so pissed off, in such a pissy mood. I was just like, man, I can't do it now. I will lose my shite on camera. I got to have a night of sleep. I got to calm myself down because that didn't go the way I thought it would. Maybe an evil magician made Nancy disappear. Or Scrubber, Dan. Or Scrubber. Just ask him. Federal judge can take this away and change the sentence on September 10th. Michelle, we'll see, right? I'm not going to hold my breath because obviously it was a letdown. Lisbon says, I know we usually deal with missing and murdered, but have you looked into the reckless Ben Lego Briggs and Minnie Figs case? You need to look into it. It's wild. I don't even know what that case means. Lego bricks? About Legos and mini figs? I don't know. I have no idea. Beverly says Nancy has some bad kids, in your opinion. How could Savannah be such a sweet cupcake and married to a scrubber? Anybody else try to figure that one out? It would almost seem like maybe she is so nice after all. I mean, it did come out that, around January 27th, 4 days before Nancy went missing, when Savannah's job was on the chopping block, allegedly, according to all the media, multiple sources, that she was losing her job. And she was frantic. And it came out that Savannah wasn't so sweet. In fact, it came out that Savannah's a control freak, allegedly. That the coworkers felt like relief and the tension subsided because Savannah wasn't there. They could enjoy themselves more. They didn't have to worry about the boss in the room because it was always about Savannah. Sounds really narcissistic. Now, what's interesting about narcissism is there's this thing called covert narcissist. And that's that person that goes out and whenever they're in front of society, they are the nicest, most helpful, wonderful people in the world. And then they go home and they treat their family horrible because they're a control freak. And they can be very abusive, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. They can treat you like garbage and make you feel like you're not worth anything. So It almost sounds like Savannah was treating the public camera people, the public, very kind. But it does not sound like she was maintaining that niceness and gentleness behind the scenes. If you go read all the reports that are out in the media about when Savannah's throat surgery happened and the ratings soared 12% in her absence, they all started talking the shit. And they were like, sources that work with Savannah are saying it's so nice while she's gone. And I'm like, oh my gosh. You feel me? So my point is, if she married a scrubber who's not a cupcake, what if she's not the cupcake that we all think she is? What if she's a true covert narcissist? What if? Did I miss something, lovelies? Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Mustang Sally, hello, lovely. In your opinion, the FBI is investigating the case and nanos. I think things are slowly coming to light. I pray you're right. Lisbon sounds ridiculous, but they robbed an old man, and it's very deep. I'd love to see you dig into it. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. Savannah put out another statement about the last 5 months of agony. I don't believe Derek didn't know AT&T. Me either. I will not believe that. That's right. Birds of a feather stick together. DC has failed his drug test for the courts. Yeah. That's why he has to go to rehab. Yeah, because he's into the mathematicals. You know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying. Probably a narcissist, could be. All right, my lovelies. You think he's being protected? It might be something if he just evaporated. Wouldn't surprise me. More censorship has passed on hidden bills. Oh, absolutely true. All right, my lovelies. I just needed a vent. I know you needed time to talk about this. It is refreshing that a lot of you feel that things could be going on behind the scenes. Did Derek Kalila sing like a canary? Was Nancy Guthrie really abducted? Or is this just all staged? And now that the main events are done, they want it to go away. I don't know. You tell me what your thoughts are down below in the comments. Thank you for sharing on the live. I am going to jump over, and if this is where you leave me, thank you. Thank you for all the donations today and the memberships. You guys are so supportive on this channel. You amaze me all the time. You always keep my heart warm, and I know I can trust you to be a truthful friend. I appreciate that a lot, right? Okay, my loves, if you are jumping over with me and you are doing the time warp, let's go. Like, hold on, let me get the closer. Here we go.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think that